Hello and welcome to the second part of my Doctor Who watch along live stream. Uh, Today we're doing episode 2 of The Unearthly Child. If you were with me yesterday, I did the first part. What I'm going to do here is not just stand here watching it. I'm just going to explain what's going on as it goes along for this episode. So get your videos or DVDs ready, whatever you've got, or Betamax, whatever, and I'll give you a couple of minutes to get your DVD in, and so you can join me for this riveting live stream on this watch along special of The Unearthly Child 2. Right, are you ready? I'm going to do a countdown, obviously. What I'll do is I'll explain what's going on, so at least you'll know that it's basically pointless, because if you're going to just watch it, you might as well watch it on your own television set, so there's no point in doing this sort of live stream. So anyway, I want you to hopefully enjoy it, and if you do like it, hit the subscribe button or give it the thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and let's enjoy second part of The Unearthly Child Part 2. Right, we are now at the credits. As you know, Delia Derbyshire did some fantastic stuff along with Ron Grainer. Here it is, Doctor Who, fading away. That sort of time warp, sort of kaleidoscope effect. And we're now approaching the second part. And remember, this is where we left off, is where this shadow appeared with the TARDIS sort of in the distance. So there it is now, the shadow. Is the caveman, by the way. So there's no shock. There it is. There he is in his full potential. The Caves of Skull. Right. I have to turn it down. And it's written by Anthony Coburn. That's if you didn't know that, but you knew that anyway. If you're a Doctor Who enthusiast, you know every writer. I'm sure you do. Right, here we go. I'm just going to get all the relevant details on there now. If I can see what I'm doing. 1 second. At the moment, you've got the cavemen with a camera shot going right round the whole tribe. As the old woman, Eileen, I'll remember her name in a second. She was also in the Meglos, if you remember. Oh, there's Derek Newark. Derek Newark appeared in also Inferno. He played that guy that was objective to the drilling, and all. He was an old man, so he knew about drilling. But he's in here. He's robbing a bone to get fire with his hands, just rubbing the bones like that. Right, I'm just going to look for subtitle. I think I found it. Yeah, there it is. Right, he's angry with his name is in the character Derek plays Zar, the head of the tribe, and he's deadly annoyed. He's dropped sticks onto this rock, and he's still rubbing his stick or bone, whatever it is. Sue Charlton, who plays his sort of companion in this. She also appeared in The Time Meddler, if you remember. She played a villager. And there's a rival to this tribe called Kai. He's the one that can promise to make fire, because this is what the plot's all about. Who makes fire controls the tribe, because you cook meat with fire, and stuff like that. At the moment, they can't make fire, so step in the dog and his companions. Right, this is where we see Kai looking at the TARDIS with a blunt expression on his face. TARDIS is flashing light. Now we move to the camera shot of Barbara. She's just recovering from her unconscious state in the chair. The camera's moving away, and she's calling out to Ian, who's on the floor unconscious. He's just getting up now. He's rising to his feet. They're just saying that the movement of the TARDIS has stopped. The Doctor is now looking at his scanner. We look at a close shot of all four companions with the camera shot angle. Susan's on the monitor. And the Doctor's explained the journey has finished. The TARDIS has materialised. But still, Barbara and Ian are sceptic. They don't believe that it's a time machine. They believe they're going to walk out into some sort of beach like Southend or Margate. The Doctor's explaining this is a new world. Lovely graphics, by the way. You can tell it's not a real setting, can't you? But that's the budget for you for BBC. Ian's still becoming stubborn about it because the Doctor is sort of saying, there's the concrete evidence. What more do you need? Susan is trying to explain to Ian that his father, his grandfather, her grandfather is not a charlatan. And the Doctor is saying, well, if you don't believe me, open the doors. Ian and Barbara having a discussion with the camera shot on them, moving away. And now we've got the shot of the TARDIS console with the Doctor, Susan. Now we're moving the camera shot to the Doctor and Susan. And he's asking Susan to look at the radiation counter. Now the Doctor is approaching Ian and he's saying, you are challenging me, young man. And Ian said, you are so narrow-mindedness. He's explaining with all the rock pieces and new plants, however, we can go out. Ian still says, you say that we've gone back in time from a junkyard in 1965. Ian's still doubting because he's saying, oh, you mean you can go back in future and the present? The Doctor says, exactly. You still doubt me, my friends? Barbara is beginning to believe now. Barbara is actually believing the Doctor that this is not where they are, but this is where they're meant to be now. They're meant to be somewhere else. And she believes that the Doctor has dematerialized. Right, so we got that electric whirling sound. The doors are opening. They're looking out. And the Doctor says, now you can see for yourself. That's not on the screen. On the monitor, that is. Well, they're all walking towards the outside. The Doctor's carried his satchel bag, followed by Barbara. Susan turns to Ian. Ian's reluctantly moving towards the door, not sure where he is. Then he leans over because he's sort of in a daze of what's gone on, being helped by Susan. And now the door's shut behind them. Good, isn't it? Now they're outside. They hear a bird screeching. Special effects again, by the courtesy of the BBC radiophonic sound. There's that ionic shot with Barbara, Ian, and Susan together. TARDIS behind them. Now we've got a close-up of William Hartnell as the Doctor, and he's still. And then the Doctor is looking to the TARDIS, thinking, "Why hasn't it changed? You know, why is it still a police box?" More bird screeching. It's obviously cold by the way they're holding their coats together like that. The Doctor ventures out on his own, starts to take a look, and now he's sampling what kind of rocks this is, so he can establish what time period he's in. But we're obviously with that caveman you saw earlier. Uh, we know it's a Stone Age. Now, one of the Kai is creeping up on the Doctor. He's got his axe in his hand. Then we come to the shot with Barbara looking over a bone, a head bone of some bison or whatever, and away. All three of them are now inspecting it. Ian's got hold of it. He's looking at it. He's sampling it. He's established that it could be some sort of desert in America. Who doesn't believe? And now he's saying this is incredible. And he says it doesn't make sense. A police box taking us here. So so Barbara and Susan are having a chat together with a camera on them, and she's worried about her grandfather because he tends to wander off. He likes to explore. Now we got she's gone off to look for him. Ian and Barbara are in the closed shot, discussing where the hell are we. And he's debating with Barbara that Dr. Foreman might not be his real name. But Ian is still saying it's impossible to accept all this. And Susan's saying, well, the contrary to the evidence, you still don't believe. Right, now we move to the actual bit where the Doctor gets hit over the head and the scream comes and all three of them run. When they arrive, they see broken stuff on the floor, actual bag left on the floor, and no Doctor. And up here, it looks like blood. The Doctor has been taken. Barbara says he went off to investigate. He can't have left this. Explain to Ian. So she's trying to discover what's actually happened. And Ian says he may have been taken. Susan comes back with her usual crying and sort of over the top sort of projection of how she's meant to project a 15-year-old. But to some people, it got annoying, didn't it? With her doing it in every episode, and I believe that's probably why she left. She didn't like doing that at all. She wanted her character to develop, probably. Uh, Now Ian is looking at the sand and saying to Barbara, "It is cold." Right, now we move to the shot, the camera shot, to the actual tribe. Some man is dressed up in a leopard skin and with three cavemen poking him. The old woman, the old woman is in shot. Now we move to the father of the mate of Sar, who says that Kai can make us fire. And Sar says, "I make fire. If it wasn't for me, you would have died, old man," he says. He says Orb only shows the secret to the leader. That means Orb was the person that previously was in this, but he died. He's the leader of the tribe before, probably. And he knew how to make fire. And